Hey guys, welcome to the Show for Gamers. New Year's Eve, New Year's edition. We have no poppers or spinning twirls because those things are annoying. We're not reviewing anything.
No.
This is a topics episode.
A little topic.
And it's kind of around the topic of here comes the new year. Movies to video games. Or video games to movies.
Video games to movies.
Let's talk about movies to video games first. They suck. Majority of them suck.
And I think the main problem with making a video game based off the movie is the time constraints. Because they know, oh, the movie comes out at this date, so we have to have the game out, by that time. So they usually, I think it's just under budgeted and just rushed out most of the time.
Yeah, and literally, I think one of the only good ones I've played is like X-Men Origin Wolverines, and Avatar was alright. Avatar was pretty good.
Avatar, enjoyed that game.
Maybe not necessarily a buyer, but still something that you'd rent a couple times.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, the most part is I think a lot of the stuff is you're trying to take usually a 1.5 to 2 hour storyline or something and turn it into 10 plus hours of video gaming.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Wolverine was so successful, because the movie's garbage. Like, fuck the movie.
Sorry, not a fan.
But there's so much extra stuff about Wolverine that we already know. There's all this comic book history. There's the story. There's so much out there that you could easily make a long game about Wolverine.
Yeah.
And not necessarily need that movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's pretty easy to be like, oh, well, our movie only fills this up. We can just pick pieces out of the long, legacy of Wolverine to fill in the gaps, basically. But as the new year comes along, all I'm going to say to these companies is do better.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to, because you guys are all in it for fucking money.
Right. I don't know. I think it's just like, if they have a movie, I think it's just like the games are just kind of tacked on. Like, hey, we could probably make a couple extra bucks by throwing a game about this out too.
Yeah.
Stuff like a lot of like Disney and Pixar and that kind of stuff. Like G-Force. That game was whipped together pretty quick.
Yeah. It copied as much shit as it could from other games and just thrown together.
Yeah, and just tossed in.
But the thing I'm more concerned about is games to movies. And the first thing I'm going to say to anybody out there that would make a freaking game into a movie, play the game, know the game.
Yeah.
Before you do it, because I think certain things, like the old Super Mario Brothers movie, there's no real story to Super Mario Brothers. He saves the princess and he's a plumber and that doesn't make for a good movie.
Yeah. Let's make a movie out of something that really has no story other than save the princess.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, make sure it's something substantial. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are they gonna do? Make a Guitar Hero movie? It's just gonna be a movie about some fucking rock and roller ass. And you know what I mean? Like, that's stupid.
And also, if you have to play the game too, because I think if you have the game and you're gonna make a movie out of it, you should still follow that. If you're gonna make the movie game.
Great example. Resident Evil has a preset mythology to it that has spanned many games. So they have that info right there, and those games are long enough that you could literally take Resident Evil 1 and turn it into a movie.
Yep.
Instead, they are like, no, we're just going to pick the couple things we like in the universe and make our movies. Those movies fucking suck.
Throw in new characters and different...
No, I don't care if you take a couple games from the series and meld them together. Yeah, so Silent Hill wasn't the best movie ever, but it was good. You know what I mean? In comparison to the video game movies. And the cool thing is like, stuff that I think has like good stories, but I don't think, like, I don't know, maybe Halo would have transferred well to film, but I'm kind of glad it fell through.
Sorry.
We were just watching the special features for District 9, and apparently, like, that fell through, and that freed up Peter Jackson to help on District 9.
Yeah, they were going to be making that, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, switch to District 9, made that, which is a great film.
And it's the same thing. I hear they're making a Gears of War movie. God, please pay attention to the story. Like, you could literally take that game and just make it into a movie.
And
not fuck with it.
Which I don't know, I haven't really, in a while, I haven't heard anything about it, but I did see one interview with Cliff Bleszinski, and he talked about like how the person that's directing it like was catching things that he wasn't even really aware of, or wasn't picking up either. It's like, oh, really, you're going that far into detail. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was like almost a year ago.
Well, it's fine if you got a director that is passionate about it.
He's passionate, yeah. Wants to do it, knows what he's doing, wants to stick with it. Great.
That's basically it. So, I don't know if this is going to end up being exactly 10 minutes, exactly 5. I'll do my best, whatever. But Happy New Year to you. Hope you guys have fun on this New Year's Eve. Next week, Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Also coming up is Army of Two, the 40th Day.
Ooh.
And other cool shit. Just keep watching. Tell a friend. Help us get more subscribers.
Yep.
We love you guys. So next episode is Silent Hill Shattered Memories for the Wii.
Another Wii game. Good stuff.
So, episode 17. One more round.